now. And we're live.
We are live action.
Oh, yeah. April 29th, 2020. Say a little over a month. We've been remotely working and learning, I would say.
1 month. I think it's felt like a year, right? I mean, that's really this month. It seems like weeks or months. Months are now years. I don't know. It's a whole different environment we're in.
Yeah. Just wait till summer and every day outside will look the same.
Yes.
And we'll really lose track of what day it is.
I think what's also been hard is that we've had some very, very nice weather here lately. Who knows if it's 110 outside? I don't think anybody's going to want to really be outside anyway. So we'll be inside working remotely. And I think hopefully dodging some of that Texas heat, right?
Oh, yeah. And so I know they had sent out a survey asking employees about the 4-day work week. And
yes.
whether we should do it or not. And so we are going to do it. We're going to do a 4-day work week in the summer.
We will do a 4-day work week. And, that survey, I think, generated well over 1,500 responses from employees. The vast majority of them wanted to continue. About 75% wanted to continue on a 4-day work week. About 25% felt like it was a hardship for them to work 10 hours remotely. So we made a decision to continue with the 4-day work week. As you know, the 4-day work week was designed to realize some energy savings and cost savings over the summer. Of course, that's not an issue with this remote learning environment. However, we truly understand also the demands on the human body and the psychological taxing kind of things and being in a remote environment for 10 hours a day. So there is a cadre of our employees that prefer to work a 5-day work week, and we're going to work with those employees. I've met with my leadership team and asked them to meet with their respective departments and their colleagues to figure out we can come up with the schedule. We can come up with a schedule that works for everyone. But I think for the most part, most employees will want to work the 10-day work week and be off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I think we're going to continue. We're going to be open on Friday, and there'll be a cadre of employees that stay behind to really address any student issues or any concerns that students may have during our summer sessions, right? So I think we've done this before. I think our employees are very, they're very committed, and they're very open to working with a schedule that works not just for employees, but specifically for our students.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And so, and pretty soon, and construction is still everything's still going on. So we're going to have construction going on campus still. I believe the Fletcher is about to start.
They are starting. Janae and her team are starting to move things out. And so on the plus side is that we don't have people around to have to relocate, right? So I think that really helps with the construction and the timing and getting started on time and not having to deal with delays because of, operational kinds of things. So it's been a plus for our construction. They've been able to really get into projects and complete them quickly. And I think things are moving. Our CIP, our bond is moving very, very nicely. Garage is going up. So I think we're going to see an expedited version of our bond as a result of us working remotely. I really do.
And I know they're doing work on the Ashby house.
Yes.
And is that where the mortuary sciences program was going to be relocated to?
Well, that's the thought. I mean, that's the thought. The future thought is that, once we move childcare out, that's a building that we really probably do not want to continue. I mean, that's a very old building, so it would have to be redone, demolished and redone. But that is where we're thinking our future mortuary science funeral home program would go, to be able to offer a true funeral service for our community. and the Ashby House would then become that office, that front end kind of greeting kind of area for mortuary science. So the renovation right now, it's swing space because that's where I will go for now until we're all able to move back into Fletcher. But ultimately, that Ashby House will become part of that whole mortuary science funeral center, along with the educational piece for our mortuary science students.
Okay. All right. Big exciting things. Graduation.
Yes,
It's coming.
it's coming.
It's coming. It's going to be a
And
lot of fun.
yeah, virtually though, right?
Virtually, yes. Yes. As everybody's doing, adapting to our new situation.
Yeah.
Graduation is no different, and we're going online a bit.
We're going online a bit. However, we've got some surprises for our graduates. I think Melissa Aguirre, heading up along with others, that graduation task force, have done some very creative and innovative things for our students. So I think our students are going to be pleasantly surprised with some of the things that we're doing for them, not just the day of graduation, May 9th, but also the following day. And to make it extra special for them. They've had to compromise a lot of things this semester, and we're going to do everything we can to make it extra special for them, their families, and our community. But all that to say is, but we're also going to make it available for them to physically walk the stage in November, late November for us, so that they can also have their day in the spotlight, to walk the stage, to grab that diploma, to hold it up in the air, and just say, I did it. This is a proud moment for me and my family. So we're going to make it all up, and we're going to be sure that they also experience the same graduation that everybody else has always experienced at SAC for the last 97 years. However, this virtual graduation will be something special. It'll be something that no other graduate will ever experience. I think they're just going to get even extra above and beyond the actual traditional walking the stage.
Oh, yes. And yes, big shout out to that committee and Melissa. Melissa's been doing an amazing job.
Yes.
Rallying everyone, getting just communication.
And Hot Mustard, you too. You've been on that committee.
I'm just there for moral support.
I don't think that's not what I'm hearing. I'm
them.
hearing that you're being very, very constructive, and you're offering a lot of great ideas. And when you put talented people in one room together, magic happens. And I think that's what they've produced.
Oh, yes. So yesterday we started the rollout, the Instagram filter, and it's very cool. It's an Instagram filter. You got to head on over to the graduation page, alamo.edu/SAC. Click on the events page, and it's an Instagram filter that shows your cap, a red cap, and then it has San Antonio College on the bottom.
Nice.
Very, very cool.
Very cool. Yeah, I take advantage of that because, again, this is a way to document what we're all going through. So when your kids or your future grandkids or future kids all ask, what was it like then? You can bring all this up. Look what SAC did for me. Look, I graduated. Look at all these. You're recording, and you're a part of history, and you're recording that history. So I encourage every student, every graduate to go out and do that. It's going to be special.
We also got we have prizes. So today there's a community college graduate challenge. It's being hosted through the SAC Facebook page. Head on over there. First prize, $100 HEB gift card.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Tomorrow there's going to be a graduation word search, crossword puzzle. Definitely take your mind off of things, relax for 15 minutes, and have some fun with it. This Saturday, super excited. It's the SAC Grad house party. I don't think we've ever had a house party, but we're doing it. It's a SAC Grad house party. It's going to be on Zoom at 6 p.m. And I believe we sent out an email earlier today with the link to it. And that's going to be 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. We're going to have contests in there as well. We're going to take a photo and show yourself enjoying the house party, and we're going to vote, see who wins. I know the prizes in there are more HEB gift cards.
Yes.
So very, very cool. DJ Minyo is going to be DJing live.
Nice.
You can do song requests.
Nice.
It's going to be nice just to put it on, hang out.
So no one's offering up their home for this, right? This is all.
It's
being
all
done.
online. It's going to be in everybody's home.
There you go.
If they're participating.
There you go. Love it. Very creative.
Oh yeah, definitely. Next week on this show, we're gonna have a 1 hour special edition of Speaking of SAC, the graduation edition. We're gonna go 1 hour. We're gonna have some special guests. Some are secret right now. Can't say too much.
We can't say too much, but it's gonna be special.
Very special.
Mm-hmm.
So tune in next week for that. And this is all gonna culminate on Saturday, May 9th.
Yes.
6 p.m. The San Antonio College virtual graduation ceremony, 6 p.m. on Facebook Live.
Nice.
Very
nice.
cool.
Very nice.
We haven't done it before like this. We haven't needed to, and I hope we don't need to again.
Right.
But also at the same time, I would say we might utilize it again in the future when we go back to having regular ceremonies, because it's nice to know that, hey, we can do that.
I think you bring up a fascinating idea there, is that I think everything that we're doing now will enhance that experience for students. So it's not a matter, okay, we're very traditional in what we do around graduation, but we're also now, this new environment has propelled us to become more innovative and more relevant to our students. So I think once students experience what they experience through these series of events and activities that we have, they're going to want it. They're going to expect that every single time. So we're going to have to up our game, because this is going to continue, I think, to stay with us, and our students are going to want to be a part of these fun activities and make graduation the best day possible for our graduates.
Definitely. Do you think when we, do go back to the new normal and when we're all face to face again, do you still see us using Zoom meetings?
I think so. I think so. I mean, again, our normal go-to kind of operation was to physically go meet in a room for 2 hours, and we had people driving from all over, all parts of San Antonio, battling the San Antonio traffic, leaving an hour early to be sure that you get to your job, to your location meeting time on time. Why do that? Let's meet. Now we're comfortable in this environment. Now I can stay at SAC and still have that important district meeting with all my colleagues, but I am physically there and not having to drive all over San Antonio to get to a meeting. So yeah, I think this is a proven that we can be more efficient and more thoughtful. But we're all creatures of habit, right? Until we're propelled into this environment, it's very hard to break some of those habits. And we, I think, have officially broken some of those habits now.
And I will say that being on Zoom, I don't know what it is. And I don't want to, I'll be blunt. People get to the point faster. You know what I mean? I think there's less time being wasted in these virtual meetings. I don't know what it is. Maybe people they want to go back to, I don't know, watching Netflix for 15 minutes after a meeting. I don't know. That time saved. I don't know. But
there's another observation. That is a great observation. So here's another thing. Sometimes in meetings, people just kind of shout out whatever they want. So now if you just kind of interrupt without being intentional, thoughtful, very direct, you could be cut off because someone else is talking. So you need to be sure when to step in, and whenever you do step in, it needs to be very constructive and thoughtful. It can't be just filler, a filler kind of conversation. So you're absolutely right. These meetings have become more intentional. We used to spend 4, 5, 6 hours meeting with our district colleagues. We are done in about a couple hours, 2.5 hours. simply because we're efficient, we get to the point, we get the decisions made, and we move forward, right? So
Yeah.
I agree with you, Hot Mustard. It's a whole new way of utilizing efficiencies through these new modes of technology and innovation.
Eating while in a Zoom meeting, acceptable or not acceptable?
It's not acceptable. I mean, I or turn your camera off if you need to sneak in a couple of peanuts or something. To turn your camera off and your volume. Nobody wants to hear you crunching away on peanuts. But yeah, it just you're in a home environment, so you kind of forget that you're still in a professional meeting, and so you have to be aware, and one of the things that we learned early on is that your mic is always on. So sometimes you lose that sense of where you are, and then you do some things like, did I really just do that? Yes, you did, because you're at home, so it's just this whole awareness, being aware and being thoughtful about you're still in a meeting. Don't we've seen it all, right? Hot Mustard, I've seen folks eating cake and huevos rancheros with bacon, and no, I mean, who
That's
knows,
not,
right?
see that, and that's not fair.
Why?
It's like, I don't have any.
Well, that's another point, is if you're going to do it, make sure everyone else has it. Yeah, have it delivered to their homes, right?
There you go. Zoom
Yes.
etiquette.
Zoom etiquette. There is a thing that we need to adhere to, that this is not your home. This is still, we're in a work environment, and we need to treat it as such and respect it as such.
Yes. So back to graduation once again.
Yes.
Stay tuned. Check the SAC website. We have newsletters going out through email, and we also have the San Antonio College Facebook page, social media. Definitely check us out on there for more information on all of the SAC graduation events.
Right. So one of the areas that I think was important for our students, and I know there's been a lot of communiques coming out to students about some of these financial relief strategies that we're offering our students, and this expanded summer momentum for our students who can receive up to 9 credit hours for free this summer. So part-time students can get up to 6. Full-time students can get up to 9 hours of free tuition this summer. So I think another piece of this was a $10 million investment from all the colleges and the district operations, was to eliminate everybody's debt from the fall and the spring. So anyone who had debt was just completely relieved of that debt, so that folks wouldn't be struggling to pay to pay that debt. And if you sign up for a payment plan, a tuition payment plan, oftentimes that's a $25 charge. We've reduced that to $1, and then no cost for TSI testing. So all those students that are wanting to come to the Alamo colleges and need to pay that $32 TSI fee for placement into college courses, that's waived. So this is an attempt to open our doors even wider for our students, so that they're not struggling through these very difficult financial hard times that we're all facing, and ensure that they always have a place here at one of our Alamo colleges to be successful and to continue their journey to achieve and fulfill excellence in their personal lives, and of course within their families, right?
Oh yeah. And in the summer courses, this is also a great time for other people who just happen to be stuck working at home.
Yes.
And they want a little bit extra enjoyment out of their life, a little bit more of a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great time to do that. Turn
really
off the cable, enroll in a class or two, and
There you
really
go.
challenge yourself and take advantage of this.
I'm telling you, our faculty are doing a tremendous job with such short notice to do meaningful engagement activities with our students. We're hearing more and more that our students have never been more engaged. It's just because of our creativity and our commitment from our faculty to ensure that students are not feeling isolated, right? So I think we've stepped it up even more so given this very different environment we're in. And I think you're right. I think our community will be pleasantly surprised how engaging these classes truly are. That learning can be and will be fun, right? I think that's the message that I want to convey is learning is fun, and it's something that's intentional, but it's providing a lot of value, a lot of self-worth to the individual taking those courses at their respective colleges.
Now, going forward, when we do have face-to-face classes again, do you anticipate a want for more classes to be online, or
You
even
know how
in
much
like a hybrid course?
we've talked about that. We are right now planning for what the fall will look like. So we have a plan in place and we're developing plans where we go fully online, fully remote. What does it look like if we go 25% face to face, and the rest online remote? What does it look like if we go 50%? So we have different ways of going at the fall. All that to say is that we're seeing and we're assessing students' satisfaction, and what we're seeing more and more of is that students want this mixed methods approach. They want a hybrid type of setting. What we're seeing in the data is that students outperform face to face and online when it's a hybrid model. They are
Wow.
thriving in a hybrid model. So we have to pay attention to not just what students want, but also where's the proof in the methodology, in the mix of delivering remote versus face to face. I think the message is coming clearer every day that they want a combination of both. They want the luxury of being able to do remote online learning as well as some face to face. So we're restructuring how we're going to deliver courses in the fall based on the data, based on those uh, uh, on the input from our students and from faculty, saying our students are engaged when we can break the monotony of a face to face and give them some time to go out there and do it online or remotely, right? So it's going to change, Hot Mustard. It's going to change, and I think it's going to change for the better. I really do.
Can't wait. Can't
Yes,
wait till we're back on campus.
we missed our calling. We went through college too early. We this is the time to be in college, not when we went to college.
My first internet course, um just bad. It was just very bad. I got an F.
Yeah,
It was a 1 credit course though, so I'm not too worried about it.
not too
But
worried
still,
about it.
it left a bad taste in my mouth.
Sure.
Later on down the line, trying to get my bachelor's and everything going, I had to take internet courses, and
Yes.
I found that when that need is there, when that extra push, and you're on the, everything's on the line,
Yeah.
I excelled. It was great. Took it
Yes.
more seriously.
So here's another thing that we're seeing as a major value for our students is when the faculty member records their lecture in the remote learning environment, students can always go back and take it, in phases rather than try to take that lecture all in once. We're finding that students are becoming more engaged and more successful when they're able to refer back to that recorded lecture. So that in itself is going to be a reason why we need to be doing more of that for our students so they can always go back. And this is not just at community colleges. I've got friends who have sons and daughters in pharmacy school and medical school, and they're doing the same thing. They're capturing the lecture simply because they know the environment our students are in, so they can always go back and catch every aspect of the lecture and apply it to their own learning style. So I think we're learning a lot by these different modalities that we're offering for students.
Yeah, I think during this whole situation with coronavirus and everything, everything is kind of on the line, but at the same
Yeah,
time, everything is up for grabs,
right,
and the
right.
students are grabbing at it, saying, "This is what I want."
This is what I
That's
want, and
amazing.
it's amazing, and we need to pay attention to that, and we need to respond to that, because if we simply say, hey, this was just a COVID environment, we're going back to normal, we are not going to be positioned to thrive in this new normal if we don't pay attention to what students truly want and really have now brought a sense of balance to their lives when they can manage school and work and maybe their children, or those things that they're all managing. As it's just part of living, but it's not a burden anymore. It's a way to integrate your college experience into now your livelihood and what you do on day in and day out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So registration, summer sessions is open. Maymester is open. Head on over alamo.edu/SAC/advising. You need to talk with an advisor, see which classes are open, which ones we can get you into. There's also a virtual walk-in advising, and that's on Tuesdays, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. In Zoom. Not like walk in, like go to campus. Don't go to campus. No, it's a virtual walk-in.
Send your avatar. No, I don't think we're that advanced quite yet. But you can physically go into the room. You don't have to send your avatar. Yeah. I don't think.
I think it was years ago. We were on Second Life, and
that's right. I do remember that.
Yeah. We're not there anymore.
We're not there. No. It's too weird.
Yeah. Laptops are still available. They're going to be available all this week. Friday, hit them up, 9 a.m. to noon and 1 p.m. to 4. We're not giving out laptops. You're borrowing a laptop. There's some paperwork that does need to be filled out.
Yes.
But if you need a computer, we got you covered.
The great news is that we do have still enough computers for our summer students, our Maymester summer students that are needing technology, needing computers. We have a good amount of laptops to also let you check out. So those of you that were just missed it for whatever reason, were able to manage for the spring. If you find yourself that you need a computer for this summer because you're taking advantage of those 6 to 9 hours this summer, come pick up a laptop. It's ready there. It's ready for you.
Mm-hmm. Student Advocacy Center still offering counseling and case management for students. They have a phone number, 210-486-1111. We got it all to cover.
Yes. That takes the guesswork out of anything. If you're struggling and you don't know where to turn, that's the number. That's the lifeline you call. They have every resource at their disposal, every connector, not only internally to the college, but to the Alamo system, but to this community, to be able to connect you, to be able to really hold your hand, case manage this whole issue all the way through. So that's where students trust. You start. You should not think about, where do I start? The Advocacy Center at each of the respective Alamo colleges is where you start. And simply just call the number 486-1111, and we'll get you in the right pathway for success.
All right. Well, it's almost that time. We got one question off of the YouTube live stream. Will students who are work studies be able to make an income during the summer since classes are completely online now?
Yes, we're going to continue to do that for our work study students. That does not go away. That's kind of what the feds expect. We have an allocation from the feds. Our board of trustees allocated early on to the budget to be able to utilize work study funds and work studies for the summer. And we do have a place for our work studies to work this summer. We still have need, and we still value their contributions to the work environment. And it's not just simply for the work environment. This is a great way for them to put something on their resume that they're actually providing what they're learning in the actually applying what they're learning in the classroom into a true professional setting. So it's bigger than just a work study. We call this an experiential learning opportunity for our students, and we want to continue to expand that.
Definitely. Well, it's that time.
No wonder we need an hour next week, right?
Yeah.
It goes fast.
All right. Next week, graduation edition of Speaking of SAC. Tune in for that. We're going to have some special guests. Not saying who, not yet. So definitely tune in. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to go 3:30 to 4:30 next week. Head on over alamo.edu/SAC if you need any information on graduation events, advising, registration, counseling, everything. It's all there on the SAC homepage, alamo.edu/SAC. Thank you, Dr.
SAC.
Valla.
Thank
Oh,
you.
go
This
ahead,
is this is great. I just want to remind everyone, let's continue to be SAC proud, SAC strong. That's kind of what we've been using to stay focused in our mission at hand. And Hot Mustard, I want to thank you for your commitment to SAC. You continue to push the envelope for us to continue to connect in various ways to our community. And thank you for all that you do. So thank you all for what you do, and we'll continue the journey together.
And thank you for doing these weekly videos.
I love it.
I've gone to many radio conventions, and I'll tell you, there are not many university professors, university presidents, or college presidents that would do a weekly radio show or even a weekly video program. So thank you for informing the masses.
I can't say no to you, Hot Mustard. So there you go.
Appreciate it. All right. Until next week.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.